This video will be over the April 8th assignment, which was this Quizizz, going over surface area of prisms and cylinders. We're going to start off this video with question number 1. Number 1 says find the total surface area of this prism. Okay, so when we look at our formula chart and we go down to surface area, so here's surface area. We're talking about a prism. When we look at this problem, it wants us to find the total. So we have prism right here. For surface area, we go over the total. We see our surface area formula is big P times H plus 2 times big B. Big P standing for perimeter of the base, H representing the 3D height, the three-dimensional height of the shape, not the height of the base, the 3D height, okay? And big B, which is the area of the base, okay? All these formulas are coming straight from this reference chart that STAR will be given to you and we have in our classrooms, all right? So, we're going to find the total surface area of this prism. So we have S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B. All right, so we need to find our perimeter of our base, the area of our base, and the height of the 3D shape, okay? So the first step is to find our numbers for our letters, plug them in, and then we'll plug it into the calculator, and then we'll have our answer. All right, so let's start off with perimeter of the base. When we talk about perimeter of the base for a rectangular prism, it is always what it is sitting on, okay? So it is sitting on this rectangle down here. So our perimeter is just this rectangle. We're going to add up all these 4 sides of this rectangle. So we have 2 here, we have 6 here, we have 2 in the back, and this length back here is 6, okay? So 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16, so our perimeter is 16. Big B is the area of the base. So when we look at our area formula for a rectangle, we see that it's the base of the rectangle times the height, or the length times the width. All right, I'm going to write length or width. Length times width. All right, it can be either one. So big B is equal to length times width. All right, so the length and width of this rectangle, we see our length is 2, our width is 6. So 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is equal to 12. So big B is equal to 12. And our 3D height. So if we have a base on the bottom, our second base is on top. All right, and we want to know how far away these 2 bases are from each other, which we can see is 4. 4 is our height, okay? Since now we have all of our numbers for all the letters we need to find, all we have to do is plug those into our formula. So we have 16 times 4 plus 2 times 12. All right, so we're going to go plug this into the calculator. We have 16 times 4 plus 2 times 12. We get 88. 88 inches squared. Okay, we're talking area, so our answer is going to be squared. Okay, when we look at our answer choices, we can see 88 square inches. That means answer choice C is the correct answer for number 1. We're going to go on to number 2 now. Number 2 says find the total surface area of the prism again, okay? So total surface area of the prism, okay? So same formula. S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B, okay? So we're looking for the same letters, perimeter of the base, the area of the base, and the height of the 3D object, okay? So the only difference between number 2's prism and number 1's prism is this is a triangular prism, okay? So with triangular prisms, even though that this image is sitting on this rectangle, the rectangle is not the base. Remember, prisms have 2 bases, and we can see that the rectangles, the one that it's sitting on, we have one rectangle on the bottom, we have this rectangle on the side, and we have a third one over here. We cannot have 3 bases. We can only have 2. The most number of bases that a prism can have is 2. Any 3D object can only have 2 bases at most, okay? So when we talk about this triangular prism, we can see that the bases are triangles because how many triangles we have? We have 2 triangles. All right. So the bases are triangle. Perimeter of the base. For a triangle, we have 3 sides, so that means we have to add 3 numbers. So we have this side, which is 5, this side, which is also 5, and then this diagonal right here, which back here we see is 7. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 7 is 17. Okay. Big B is the area of the base. The area formula for a triangle, big B, is equal to 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle, okay? So when we look at this, we see that this triangle, when we look at just the triangle, we see that 5 is the base. That's what this triangle is sitting on, is this 5. And the height of just the triangle is also 5, okay? So we have 1/2 times 5 times 5, all right? So let's go see what that is. Control divide, 1/2 times 5 times 5. We get 12.5. Okay, so big B is equal to 12.5. All right, and the 3D height. Again, we have 2 bases. How far away are these 2 bases from each other? They are 8 feet away from each other. Do not put 5. 5 is the height of the triangle. This height in the formula is the 3D height. Okay, so height is 8. We have all of our numbers for our letters, so let's plug them in. So big P is 17, so we have S is equal to 17 times our 3D height, which we said was 8, plus, drop down the 2, times big B, which is 12.5. All right, we have our formula now. Let's go plug it into the calculator. So we have 17 times 8 plus 2 times 12.5. We get 161. 161 feet squared, all right, which we can see is answer choice A. All right, next question we're going to look at is question number 4. Question 4 says a cylindrical candle has a diameter of 4 inches and a height of 7 inches. What is the total surface area of the candle? All right, when it doesn't give you a picture, the easiest thing to do is just draw a little picture off to the side. So here's our little candle right here in a cylinder. Okay, it says the diameter of this candle is 4, so from side to side is 4, okay? And the height is 7. Height is 7, okay? So it already gave us our height. We're going to go ahead and put H next to 7 for our height. Now we need to find the radius just so we know it for the future, okay? So if the diameter side to side is 4, the radius is always half, so half of 4 is 2. So half of this is 2, is your R, okay? Okay, total surface area formula for a cylinder. When we look at our formula chart, total surface area. Why is it not? All right, going back. Total surface area for a cylinder, okay? On the formula chart, it says S is equal to 2 times pi times radius times the height plus 2 times pi radius squared, okay? So we need to know our radius and we need to know our height, okay? And when we drew out this picture, we went ahead and found our radius and our height, okay? So all we have to do now is plug those in. So we're going to plug in 4 for our r's, okay? So we have 4 and 4. This 4 will be squared though, okay, because we can't forget this squared. And our height will be 7, so we're going to plug in 7 for our height, okay? So we're going to type all this into our calculator, but instead of r's and h's, we're going to put our numbers 4 and 7, all right? So we have 2 times pi times our radius. Oh, sorry, our radius is 2. My bad. Let me go back. Radius. Our radius is 2, okay? Okay, our radius is 2 and our height is 7. So we have 2 squared right here. Okay, so 2 times pi times 2 times 7 plus 2 times pi 2 squared. All right. So 2 times pi times 2 times 7 plus 2 times pi times 2 squared, which we get to be 113 if we round up in 1/10. Okay, so 113.1 inches squared, which we can see is answer choice A. All right, A is the correct answer for number 4. We're going to go on to number 5 now. Number 5 says find the total surface area of this triangular prism. So we have another triangular prism. We're finding the total surface area. All right. So the total surface area formula for a triangular prism is big P times H plus 2 times big B. So again, we're looking for P, B, and H. Okay. And again, even though this triangular prism is sitting on this rectangular base, the base is always the triangle for triangular prisms. We have 2 triangles. We have one in the front and one in the back. And when we look at this image, we see that we have 3 rectangles. So it automatically cannot be a rectangle because we have too many rectangles. The shape of the base is a triangle. All right. So the perimeter, we're adding up the 3 sides of this triangle. So we have 5 here, we have 12, and 13. All right. So 5 plus 12 plus 13 is equal to 30. So big P is equal to 30. All right, big B is the area of the base, which is the area of the triangle, okay? So the area formula is 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. We see this triangle is sitting on this 12, so 12 is our base, and our height is of this triangle, just the triangle, is 5, okay? So we have 1/2 times 12 times 5, okay? So control divide, 1/2 times 12 times 5. We get 30 again. So big B is also equal to 30. Okay. And the height of the 3D image. Okay. The height of the 3D image is not 5. 5 is the height of the triangle. Again, we have a base in the front and a base in the back. We have a triangle in the front. We have a triangle in the back. How far away are these 2 triangles from each other? We see that they are 2 inches away from each other. So height is 2. Okay. We have all our numbers for our letters, so all we do is plug it in. P is equal to 30. H we said is 2 for the 3D height, plus we drop down this 2 right here, times our big B, which is 30. Let's go plug this into the calculator. 30 times 2 plus 2 times 30. Okay, we get 120. So we get 120 inches squared. Okay, we're squared because we found the area, which we can see is answer choice B. B is the correct answer for number 5. We're going to go on to number 6. Number 6, what does big P stand for in the surface area formulas? Okay, so big P, when we talk about this up here, here's our previous problem. We had to find big P. Big P is the perimeter of the base. Remember, we're adding up just the sides of the base. And our base here is a triangle, so we added up 5, 12, and 13. We wanted the perimeter of the base. So big P is not just the perimeter. P is the perimeter of the base, okay? So it's not pi. Pi is this. Parallel lines are straight lines. We're not worried about that right now. Perimeter, yes, that's close, but it's not the perimeter of the 3D object. We want the perimeter of the base. Base is the key word, okay? Going on to question 8. Number 8 says, Jesse needs to wrap the present shown below. How much wrapping paper would he need? Is this asking for lateral or total surface area? If you were to wrap a present, you're not just going to wrap the sides of the present so that people can see the inside of the gift. You're going to wrap the tops, you're going to wrap the bottom, you're going to wrap all the sides, you're going to wrap the whole thing. If we're talking about the whole thing, total surface area is what you need to find for a present, okay? Going to question number 9. Jesse needs to wrap the present shown below. How much wrapping paper would he need? Which formula can be used to find the total surface area of the present? Okay, so we just want to know what is the total surface area formula for a prism. Okay, so if we go back here, we go down to surface area, prism. It is S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B. It tells us our answer right here on the formula chart. Okay, so let's go back. So it said S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B. Okay, which we can see is answer choice A. All right, D is the volume. B is the surface area, total surface area formula for a cylinder, but we have a prism, so we're not going to worry about that one. And C is our lateral. Okay, this is our lateral surface area, but we wanted our total. Okay, here's your lateral, and then this is what the 2 times big B is what makes it our total. Okay. Going on to question 10, same question, but now we're going to solve it. Okay. So our formula, S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B. Okay. So we're looking for P, B, H. So perimeter of the base, area of the base, height of the 3D image. Okay. So again, we have another triangular prism. The shape of our base is a triangle, okay? This time, the triangle just so happens to be actually on the bottom, okay? So if we have a base on the bottom, our second base is on top, okay? All right, big P, the perimeter of the base. We got to add up all 3 sides of the triangle. We know this side's 5, this side's 6, and then this side, if we look at the bottom, is 9. So 5 plus 6 plus 9. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 9 is 20. So our perimeter for this triangular prism is 20. Our big B is the area of the base. The area formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. Okay? So if we just focus on this bottom triangle down here, we see that the base of the triangle, what it's sitting on, here I'll redraw our triangle. Here's our triangle. Okay? What this triangle is sitting on is 9. So our base is 9. Okay? And then there's a dotted line that goes from the top all the way to the bottom, and there's a line that comes out and says it is 3 inches tall. So the height of just the triangle is 3. Don't get it confused with the 3D height in our formula. This height is 3, and we drop down to 1/2. So we have 1/2 times 9 times 3. 1/2 times 9 times 3. And we get 13.5. Okay, so big B is 13.5. Okay, and then our height of our 3D image. If we have a base on the bottom, like we said earlier, and a base on top, how far away are they? They are 15 inches apart. Okay, 15. We have all our letters, our numbers for our letters, so all we do is plug them in now. So we have 20 times 15 plus 2 times 13.5. Okay? Plug this into the calculator. 20 times 15 plus 2 times 13.5. We get 327 inches squared, okay? Which is answer choice C. We're going to go on to question 11. Question 11 wants us to find the total surface area of this cylinder, okay? So, total surface area for a cylinder is 2 times pi times radius times height plus 2 times pi radius squared, okay? So, again, we need to know radius or height, and that is it, okay? So when we look at the cylinder, we have a base on the bottom, we have a base on the top. They are 6 centimeters away from each other, so 6 is our height. So we'll drop down to 2 times pi. We don't know our radius yet. Our height is 6 plus 2 times pi, and we don't know our radius just yet, squared. Okay? So now we need to find our radius. 4 is points of this line going from side to side, so half of our diameter is our radius, so half of 4 is 2. So we're going to put 2 for our r's. That's it. Now we go plug it into the calculator. 2 times pi times 2 times 6 plus 2 times pi times 2 squared, which is 100.5 or 105 tenths, okay? Inches squared, okay? Which we can see is answer choice A. We just rounded to the tenths instead of the hundreds, okay? So A is answer for number 11. We're going to go on to question 13. Question 13 says, what is the lateral surface area? So the lateral surface area formula for a prism is S is equal to big P, the perimeter of the base, times the height. Again, we have another triangular prism, okay? So the shapes of the bases are triangles. Even though it is not physically sitting on a triangle, our basis for a triangular prism is a triangle, all right? So we need to know the perimeter, and we need to know the height of the 3D image, okay, from base to base. Okay, if our base is a triangle, we're adding up 3 sides. We see this side is 50, this side right here is in the middle, this side's 50, so this side, if it's a 10th, they're both going to be the same length, so this side is 50. So we have 50 plus 50 plus 50, which is equal to 150. And then our height, if we have a base in the front, our second base has to be in the back. And we see that they are 80 inches away from each other. So we have 150 times 80. Which is 12,000 inches squared, which is answer choice B. Okay, we're going to go on to question 14. Question 14 is, what is the lateral surface area of the cylinder? Okay, so we have S is equal to 2 times pi times radius times height. So again, all we need to know is our radius and our height. Okay, our height, here's our height, it's 12. It goes from one circle, and if this circle was over here, it goes to the other circle. 12 is our height. Okay, our radius, if 8 goes from side to side on the circle, half of it is 4. So 4 is our radius. So we have 4. And then we have 2 times pi. 2 times pi times 4 times 12. Plug that in the calculator. But before we do that, we see that all of our answer choices have pi in them. Okay, so the thing we're going to do now is when we plug it in the calculator, we're just going to leave out the pi symbol for right now. We're going to find our answer by multiplying 2, 4, and 12. Then whenever we get our answer, we're just going to add pi at the end, okay? And then we'll have our answer choice, okay? So we're just going to do 2 times 4 times 12. We're forgetting about, we're not going to do the pi yet because we're going to add it to the end, okay? We get 96. So we have 96, and we cannot forget to put pi. Even though we didn't multiply it, we're going to still put it here so that if we want to multiply it later on, we can, okay? Which we can see is answer choice C. C is our correct answer for number 14. The last one we're going to do is question 20. Number 20 says, what is the lateral, find the lateral surface area of the prism. So again, same formula, 2 times pi times radius times height. But see, this time, our answer choices don't have pi. So we're going to put pi in the calculator this time. But again, all we need to find now is our radius and our height. We see we have a base on the bottom, which is a circle, and a base on the top, which is a circle. So 10 is connecting the two, which is our height. So 10 is our height. If our line is going from side to side over here, that means that's our diameter on our circle, which says it's 8. So we know our radius is always half our diameter, so our radius is 4. So we have 2 times pi times our radius, which we just said was 4, times our height, which we said was 10. Let's go plug it in the calculator. 2 times pi times 4 times 10. And we get 251.3 or 251 3/10. Okay? Which we can see is answer choice C. C is the correct answer for number 20. So this is going to conclude the April 8th assignment over volume and surface area of algebraic expressions. Okay? So if you need to do the redo assignment for this, go ahead and start on that now.